Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to Robin's Tasty Pastries and Cuisine. Today is one of my first video cooking shows. I'm so excited about it and I hope everybody else will. So today I have a taste for spaghetti. And this is a real easy, flavorful, wonderful spaghetti and easy to make, especially for a mom that's working, coming home, have to cook for the kids, or just a mom with the kids at home, taking them to all their little different things. It's just a real easy spaghetti, but very, very tasteful. You would think you've made it, took you about 4 or 5 hours. But this is really a quick one. Easy, breezy, and delicious. So let's get started. So if you see here, I've already cut up a whole bell pepper and pretty much a whole onion. Left a little bit, but I'm only going to use half of it because I'm only cooking it for me and my husband. And it'll last us a couple of days. So let's get started. These are all the things you will need to get started. These are all your seasonings. Now, you make it to your specification. Now, a little salt, a little pepper. These are things you need. Paprika is something if you want it. I love basil in all my food. You don't have to do it. These three, if you have these three, garlic, pepper, salt, you're good. And these are all the other little flavoring things that I like. Here they all are. Paprika, basil, a little of oregano and thyme, and then you see the celery. So, and then you will need 1 can of tomato sauce and a can of tomato paste. But I'm going to show you how to do it. You do the tomato paste first after your meat is pretty much fried up. And then once it simmers, we add a little water, let it cook for a little while. And then we're going to add the package of spaghetti powder. It gives it a great flavor. So, let's get started. You want some good spaghetti? It tastes homemade and it's wonderful? Check it out. Then you're going to need, you can do turkey meat, you could ground turkey meat, you could do ground turkey chicken. Perfectly, I like ground beef. And this is what I like in my spaghetti. And sometimes I make this with the meatballs or just the spaghetti. This is a quicker one because the spaghetti one, I will do one for you guys with the meatballs. But right now I'm going to show you this quick and easy spaghetti to do. Let's get started. All right now. I have my mouth all ready for this spaghetti. So this is why we're cooking it today. Easy and breezy. Let's get started. Just 1 minute. Oil. I always add just a tad of oil, like a capsule full. So that'll fry up that meat a lot nicer. Just kind of swerve it around in your pan. I just cut it on so it's not hot. So next, check your pot because it could be hot. But put it back down. We're going to throw this meat in here. And wow, it's going to be just absolutely wonderful. I guarantee your kids, your husband, everybody in your family will give you a thumbs up. They'll think you slaved all day over this spaghetti. And I love spaghetti. So that's going to be cooking. And when they start getting brown, then we'll add half of the bell peppers and half of those onions because I don't need them all. Because I'm making a nice sauce. It'll last. I'm going to make Italian style. I'm not going to put it together. I'm not going to mix it together. It's going to be separate. But you can make that option for yourself. that going. And it's kind of a medium fire. That's what you want. And you want to kind of take your fork, kind of mash it down so you won't have these big clumps of meat. So have to get it all fried up. So what I'm going to do is start adding my seasonings. Now, hold on. Get in now. Wash my hands here. And add a little flour, a little of salt. I would say about a teaspoon and a half, but of your taste. Doesn't need a whole lot of salt. But as we make the sauce and keep going, we will taste the sauce, and if it needs more, we'll add more. This is the garlic powder we're putting in. I would say about the same amount, a teaspoon and a half. And on my website, I will give you the exact amount of what we need, okay, as we go. And I'm going to cut that down just a little bit. So I've already did that. Now we're going to put the black pepper. About the same. Black pepper. So we've done those three. So this is just if you want a little spice in it, use a little bit of paprika. I like a little bit of kick to my spaghetti. And about a half of a teaspoon of that. I love basil in everything I cook, so you don't have to put it, but I like it. And it's of your taste, your choice, and what you like. Now, that, this is some thyme. So we'll put a little bit of that in there. Gives it a great flavor. Then, everything I've used so far, I'll put it over to the side. Can't beat this. You gotta have some oregano. That gives it a great flavor. Oregano. I would say about two teaspoons of that. And like I said, of your taste. So we're going to swirl that around. Get that cooking. And then, while that's cooking and browning, oh, it smells good, girl. It's like heaven, you guys. It's smelling so wonderful. And we haven't even put the onions or the bell peppers in yet. So just imagine when we add that. So now, this is a whole bell pepper, so I don't need it all. So I'm going to get a little bit more than half because I love the flavors of my bell pepper. So I'm going to add that in there. And you talking about delicious. Do a little, half of these onions. That bell pepper and those onions give it such a great flavor. It really doesn't take long to make this sauce. That's just the sauce. Now, while this is cooking, mix all that up together. Oh my God, the smell of this is delicious. It's going to be wonderful, you guys. Wonderful. Absolutely delish. So, we're going to let that simmer, let that cook. See how it's getting brown? So, I have this pack, but I never really add it till just as I add this, the tomato paste, and then the tomato sauce, and then I add my pack. So we don't need that just yet. So I'm going to get my noodles. I should have had that already ready. But anyway, that's okay. It doesn't take that long. So I'm going to get my noodle pan ready. Add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And let it come to a boil. And then I'm going to show you how to do the noodles. Pot out. Clean it out real quick. Now we're going to fill this pot up with some water and halfway, a little bit more than half. And then I'm going to show you how to add the little oil in it. It won't make your noodles stick. And don't put your noodles in there until it comes to a boil. But I'll show you that here in a few minutes. Doesn't take long for your noodles. Okay, so here's our pot of water. I'm going to put that on. That's going to start boiling here in a few minutes. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of capsules. I really don't do the capsules, I just know it by heart, but I'm trying to teach you guys how to make it, so I'm going to show you what you can do. That's all you need. That will make your noodles not stick. Vegetable oil, that's what I use. You can, whatever oil you want, if you want olive oil, canola oil, whatever your choice, you can use that. It will still do the exact same thing that you want to do for your noodles. I personally like vegetable oil. So, let's check on our meat. See how brown and how that's cooking up and how wonderful that looks? So now I'm going to get my can opener. I'm going to cut this down just a little bit and let it simmer because it's cooking pretty fast here. Yeah. Whew, I hope you guys, I wish you guys were here to smell this. This is absolutely wonderful. And I tell you, I put love in my food, and I love it when other people taste and love my food. I tell you. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to open these. Thank you. So, I've already wiped them down, because everybody be touching certain things, and so I'm not a germaphobe, but I just know people have colds and things, so I always wipe my things down, which I had already did that earlier, but I just want to show you. So, I'm going to open this. So while I'm opening, that's the one we're going to use first. That's the tomato paste. Okay, that's the longer, smaller one. That's the tomato paste. And we're going to use tomato sauce. One of those. It just gives it such a great flavor. So we have those ready. We're not quite ready for them just yet. Let that meat cook a little longer. So I like my meat very well done. So I'm going to get these going now. I buy these. I know they have the Ragu, the Prego, but believe me, ladies and gentlemen, whoever loves to cook and is watching my show, they run sometime $1, sometimes 89 cents, sometimes 98 cents. It just varies on what store you get them at. But trust me, once you make this the way I make it, this is all you need. You do not need Prego. You do not need the others. These are just as good. And I tell you, talking about flavorful, wonderful flavor, will blow you away. Watch. You'll be like, oh my God. Now with this meal today, I'm going to make some garlic bread. It's awesome. Really easy to make. And I'll show you guys how to make it. And also, so I got all these things are open. Check my meat, stir it up. So now, it's looking pretty good there. I tell you, looking mighty nice. You can always add more meat. I'm only cooking for me and my husband. So this is plenty for us for a couple of days. You know, I am from family of 9. I'm so used to cooking mega food, and I'm trying to learn how to scale down on how to cook for me and my husband. So now I'm gonna get a spoon out, rinse it off, and wipe it down. So now I'll bend that back because I don't want nobody to get cut. Should have let it come all the way off. Next time when you open it, just cut it all the way off and it'll come right off. I'm sorry. But anyway, I want to open this. This is how we put it in. Just throw the whole thing in your pot. Come a little closer to the pot, please. Get it all out. This is going to be so good. So now you probably say, okay, what is that going to do? Now, we're going to take our fork. We're going to take that. That's the tomato paste. That's what's going to make your sauce nice and thick. You know, we're gonna stir all that up in there, incorporate it in the meat. Woo! You guys, if you guys could smell this, oh my God. I tell you. For me, woo! Nothing like some good old spaghetti, garlic bread, and a good salad. Oh my goodness. See how wonderful that looks. Now, this is how I make mine. And I'm going to let that kind of fry up, just simmer a little bit. Now, this is optional. This is the tomato sauce. I've been making it like this my whole life. You don't have to use the tomato sauce. You could just use those 2 cans, you know, but let this tomato paste cook down a little so you can get that tomatoey paste out of there. So that's why you want to stir it up with all the flavors and all the seasonings and the onions and the bell pepper, and it's just smelling so awesome. So I use the tomato sauce, so I'm going to put that in there also. So now, take that same fork, stir it around. Look how wonderful. My. So we're going to let that simmer for about a minute. And then we're going to add some water in. Okay, excuse me. So this is about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of water. See how wonderful that looks? And how it's simmering? Whew, Lord have mercy. So now, I'm going to take this pack right here. Take this pack and open it. And then we're going to pour that. I want you to really see this. I'm going to pour that inside. That's going to give it even more flavor. I mean, stir all that around. That smells so wonderful. I tell you, some good eating. It doesn't cost a lot of money to cook it. That's what's so wonderful. You know, a good pot of spaghetti. This will last you ladies at least 2 days. You know. Now I'm going to add about a half a cup of water. Let that simmer. I'm going to let that get going and simmer. Don't that look wonderful? Now I always kind of like pre-make my own sauce. And then I add their sauce with my sauce. And man, you can't lose. Everybody will think you made it on your own. This is why I do it this way. Because they'll think you made the whole thing without adding any sauce in it. Yes. So we're done with that. So I'm going to throw all this away. See, look at the water is starting to boil. Now when it starts boiling for me, before it's just finna boil, I add a tad, just a little, take your hand, just like a teaspoon of salt. It'll make it come to a boil quicker. And then we'll get our noodles out. Stir that around. Look how wonderful that looks. Now, I'm going to add, let that come to a little boil. So now I'm going to add spaghetti sauce. So that looks wonderful. Now this is going to last me for at least 2 days, maybe 3. Look how wonderful. Take that. Stir that around. Look how wonderful that looks. So I'm going to let that come to a boil after I stir it all in together and incorporating it together and the flavors. Then I'm going to just stir all that around. I have a little secret for you guys that I add to my spaghetti sauce. A lot of people don't do it. I tell you, when I do it, it's a hit. I used to didn't give all my secrets away, but I'm going to let y'all have this secret. And I'm talking about it makes it so wonderful. So now you want to kind of taste it because it might need a little more something, and it does. So I'm going to add a little more garlic powder. So about another teaspoon. And I'm going to add a little more pepper. Another teaspoon. And add a tad more salt. And my oregano. And it needs a little more kick, so I'm going to add some paprika. I won't do the paprika. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit of the red pepper flakes. Just a tad. Just to give the spaghetti a little kick. It won't be spicy because I can't eat spicy. But it'll give it a great flavor. Just stir that around. Stir that up. We're just going to let that cook for a little minute. Let it simmer. Let me taste that. That is delicious. Now, I'll throw this away. Now, you see how that's coming to a wonderful boil? So I have two things. These are the spaghetti noodles. These just happen to come from Walmart. You can get any spaghetti noodles you like. If you like the thinner ones, you like the regular ones, whichever ones you like. I like the regular. I don't like the thinner ones. I like the regular spaghetti noodles. And it's cheaper when you buy the bigger box. You save money. I'm trying to teach you ladies how to save a little money. And this will let you make at least about 4 different things of spaghetti. So it's all about saving and cooking smart. Let me get a little knife to open that up. It does have an opening right here. Okay, I need a sharper knife. Let me do it. So now the water is boiling. So this comes with 4 in the pack. That's why I said it'll let you make at least 3 things of spaghetti, because you're gonna need like 1.5. You know, that way you don't have to remake them the next day. But you're welcome to make them the next day if you need to make them fresh. But why if you don't have to? You can just throw them in the Ziploc and call it a day. So, we have that out. And now, it's not quite ready. It needs to boil a little more. So here's my secret, you guys, that I do to my spaghetti. A lot of people probably do it already, but this is my little special secret that I do. I put 1.5 of sugar in my spaghetti. And it makes all, stir it up really, really good. It makes all the difference in the flavor and the taste. And if you don't want sugar in your spaghetti, you do not have to make it with sugar. But I guarantee you, you will love it like this. And you can't, it's not sugary, it just kind of blends in with all the other flavors. And it's just so wonderful. So wonderful. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it didn't take me long to make it all. So this is all ready. And so we're going to still let it simmer. It's kind of thick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of water to mine. About a half a cup of water. I'm going to add to that. And then I'm going to put that. And stir all that up. I don't like real thick spaghetti sauce. And I like it too runny either. But I like it just right. You can see all that meat in there. And just the flavors, all the onions, the bell peppers, all that is cooked down inside the flavoring. I tell you, it's just to die for. And wow. I'm getting excited, y'all. It's getting close to eating time. So, that's done. This right here. Just clean up a little mess and let that simmer. Mess up. I clean as I go, you guys. It really works for me. I clean up as I go. Okay, now my water is boiling. And normally I have that already ready. That's usually already boiling and the noodles are red, getting ready. But now it's boiling. Look at it. Look inside the pot. It's boiling right up to what I like. So now I'm putting the whole pack of the 4 packs that's in this box. It says 4 packs. And you don't have to buy this. You could always buy one bigger one. But I always do more noodles. And so what I do, I take them like this. I put them in my hand. And I don't never tear them. I don't like them short. I like them long. I like spaghetti to be spaghetti. And I like it long. Some people cut it. My mother was, back in the day, she used to cut it in half. I like it long. But my mother made the best spaghetti. Oh my God. So I've learned from the best. I've learned from the best. And see how this is coming along. Oh, look at all that wonderful meat in there. I tell you, you can't lose. So, I'm going to open up the other. And you have to keep an eye on these noodles. Because they will, well, with the oil, they shouldn't stick together, but you still got to play with it a little bit so it won't stick together. Uh-oh. Come on down. still in the bag, so thank God they weren't open. So, add the other bag the opposite direction, so it will cook evenly and they won't stick as much. And then add the rest of that and pull those down in there. Take your knife, put it all down in there where it can get that boil. See how it's boiling? So now you want to kind of spread them apart so they won't stick up, and then they can all boil evenly, and then in a minute we'll be able to put them all exactly together. So while that is boiling, I'm going to get my bread out and show y'all how to make this garlic bread. And it is to die for. The sauce is done already. Put up. Now I'm not mixing mine. You can mix it with your noodles, and I choose not to today. Tomorrow might be a whole nother ball game. The next time I make it, you can mix it. It's just as good. But today we're gonna have the Italian style with the noodles and then the sauce over it. It's wonderful, and this is quicker too, because when I mix it, it takes a little longer to cook. So this is awesome. So the sauce is done. I'm not going to cut it off. I'm just putting it on very low and just let it simmer because I want it to be nice. Now let's go over here by the noodles. The noodles are almost done. Let me tell you a little secret. Those who really are learning how to cook and trying to figure out, well, how do you know they're done? You don't want to overcook your noodles. So, they look done to me. So, I usually take one noodle, look at me, I throw it against that wall. And if it sticks, it's done, people. Do you see that? Believe me, that's the old-fashioned way. My mom taught me how to do it. It works. That's when you know it's done to my specification. And it's a perfect noodle. You want to get your noodles cooked done. You don't want no hard noodle. I do not like an undone noodle. So if your noodle is not sticking on that wall, it is not done. Easy, simple, old-fashioned way of knowing if your noodles are done. So they're done. I'm going to get my mittens and stir these up a little bit more. Look around, make sure they all look pretty even. Yep, they're ready to roll. So now, grab this, pretty hot. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to lift it up with my mittens. And let's go, follow me to the sink. And look, that's all you got to do. Have that warm water running. Kind of get it out of your face because of the steam. Throw it in there in your pot. Dump it. We're going to rinse this pot out. Real simple. Okay? I'm going to put that to the side because we're going to use this pot again. And we're going to lift this up so all that water can go down the sink. And now we're going to turn on the splash. We're going to take that down. We're going to wipe down these noodles. Wipe them down. Get all that starchiness out of them. And I tell you, you guys, we are finna get it going. It is finna to be so awesome. Now, let me tell you a trick. I'm gonna add a little water in my pot. And that's to keep your noodles nice and soft. So when you lift them up to put them on the plate, they're not gooey, they're not stuck together. It's real simple stuff. And I want you guys to know. Because if you haven't been told, I want you to know from Robin. This is how we do it. Now I rinsed all that out. Now I'm going to shake that pot. Get all that excess water off of them. Look how beautiful those are. They are so wonderful and ready to eat. Now, get that water off of them. Just throwing them in the pot. And wow, voila. I'm going to put that pot over here so I can wash it out. Look, there we go. I put them back on top of the stove. I don't put it back on. They're ready to roll. The sauce is still simmering. Now, while that is still simmering, and spaghetti's ready. Your spaghetti is done. You can cut your spaghetti off if you like while you're doing your bread, or you can have your bread pre-made before you start your spaghetti. That's usually how I do it, but I didn't do it that way because I want to show you how to do it. Okay. Now, garlic time. These are the ingredients that I use for my garlic bread. I get it. This is the one I get. Sometimes I go to Publix, sometimes I go to Walmart, sometimes I go to Kroger's. It just depends on what store I'm in and what I decide I'm going to cook for that day or that week. I always grab my bread the day before though. I have a real deal about my bread and my milk. So I always get my bread fresh, and this is fresh. And this is one's from Walmart. And so now we're going to take it out, and this is a cutter. I get these from Ross, and you get them in a pack. They come in a pack, one for fish, one for different things. So now I'm going to cut it. And watch this, I'm going to cut that all the way down, really neat. Nothing fancy, nothing real fancy. And look, so it's just me and my husband. Normally if it was a lot of people, I'd cook the whole thing. So I'm not going to cook the whole thing. I'm only going to take half of it. And the next day we have spaghetti. Then I'll put the other one on. But right now I'm going to throw the other half back in the bag. And tie it up. And it'll be ready for whatever we want to make a sandwich with it or whatever. Or for some more garlic bread. Okay, now. Put this up. Okay, now. So, I already have my soft butter, and this is how I do it. I take my soft butter, about that much, and I start putting it on my bread. You guys, this garlic bread is off the chain. Hold on, I'm going to get my oven ready. Usually I have my oven ready. And I put it on broil. So... now I'm back. So that took about half of that. So I'm going to do it the same amount and spread it all the way. Now you can put as much butter on here as you like. My doctor really don't want me to have too much of this butter, so I'm not going to put as much as I would normally put. I know that was a lot already, but normally I'd put way more. But I'm not going to do that to myself. So that's done. So you see that's the butter. So now we're going to take the garlic powder. This is what we're going to use. And we're going to shake it all the way on this bread. You put as much as you like. If you want it really garlicky, really a lot of garlic, put a lot on it. I put about medium, about a couple of teaspoons, and spray it all over. Then, ladies and gentlemen, to make this beautiful. And the top of this, the key of it, is paprika. And I tell you, we're going to throw this in the oven, and we're going to see just how pretty, look how pretty that looks. Oh my goodness. And I'm talking something wonderful and delicious. Ah, can't beat it. Don't take much. Now, we're going to throw this in the oven on broil. So I'm going to put this on a cookie sheet. You don't really, it's going in there, you really don't have to put it on anything. But I'm going to put it on a cookie sheet. And look, follow me to the oven. And look at there. We're going to put it at the bottom. And you're going to see just how beautiful that is. Just give us a few minutes. Check this out. Our garlic bread is ready. Look how beautiful does that look. Oh my God. But it tastes better than it looks. I'm telling you, this is awesome. Some good bread. And it doesn't, very easy, very simple, just some seasonings that you have at home. Make it your own. Garlic powder, paprika, and some parsley. I used parsley. So, now, that's hot. So we want to hold this pan. I hold that bread. Cut me a piece of that wonderful bread. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh. That is some good eating, you guys. God knows He's good. He is our awesome God. Take what God has blessed you guys with and run with it. I tell you, I take the wonderful, I don't take it for granted what God has taught me how to do. He's taught me how to cook. He's taught me how to do all these wonderful things, and I take what He's taught me and I like to share it with others. I tell you, that garlic bread is awesome. Now, we're going to plate our beautiful, I love plates, you guys. You guys are going to notice that when you guys come to my show. I love different plates. I collect them. I love them. So now, this is how I would normally do it if you guys weren't here. I take my hand, they're clean. And if you notice, I left that little water inside that pot. So look, I'm just going to pull me up some of those. And make that. That's a lot. Wonderful spaghetti. And look at this beautiful sauce. Oh my God. Ah, look at that. Ah, can't wait to dive in, you guys. You talking about awesome. Wonderful. Ah, oh, God knows He's a good God. I tell you, He's so awesome. So we have that. That's ready. So we're going to take it right here. And I'm going to grab me a piece of this wonderful garlic bread. And I'm going to put it right here on the side. And I'm going to grab my fork. And I'm going to give y'all a taste of this wonderful spaghetti. I tell you, this is wonderful. God is good. Now, some people take the little spoon to make it all neat. I don't do all that. I'm going to show you how I would normally eat it. I'm just going to keep it real. This is how I would eat it. This is for you guys. Love you. Hope you love the show. Hope you learned something today on how to make a quick spaghetti for your family. Love you. The name is Robin Tasty Pastries and Cuisine. If you love my channel, please click that you liked it, you loved it. If there's anything special you want me to make or show you how to make, just leave a brief message on my page. Thank you so much for joining me, and check it out. I'm going to take a nice bite for us. Oh my God. I've been waiting for that all day. Love you. Join me. Click if you liked it. Love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.